Have you ever wondered what would happen if a tiny baby dragon discovered a bedtime secret so magical that it could change the whole valley forever? A secret that glows only in the quietest moments. A secret that wakes up only when someone's heart shines with courage. Tonight, you're about to hear the story of Sparkles, a baby dragon who didn't know he had something very, very special inside him. So get comfy, snuggle into your blanket, because Sparkles' bedtime adventure begins right now. In a peaceful valley shaped like a giant crescent moon, beneath tall whispering trees, wrapped in long ribbons of morning mist, lived a tiny baby dragon named Sparkles. Sparkles wasn't like the big dragons from old stories, the ones who roared loudly or blew giant flames into the sky. No, Sparkles was small, soft, round, and a little bit clumsy. His scales shimmered like tiny pieces of rainbow glass. His wings were fluffy like cotton candy clouds, and when he giggled, tiny sparks of glitter puffed out of his nose. He lived with his mama dragon inside a warm cave glowing with soft blue crystals. Every night before bedtime, Mama Dragon told him stories of magical creatures, enchanted forests, and brave heroes who found light even in the darkest moments. Sparkles loved these stories, but there was something he loved even more. Something he loved with all his heart. He loved the night sky, the stars, the moon, the cool air, everything. He always felt like the night whispered something to him, like the night was calling him. But he didn't know why. Not yet. Tonight he would find out. On this very special night, Sparkles lay in his little nest of warm hay, blinking sleepily as Mama Dragon tucked him in. "Good night, my little Spark," Mama said gently. She kissed his forehead, and her giant wings wrapped around him like a warm blanket. "Good night, Mama," Sparkles whispered. But as soon as Mama Dragon walked to her side of the cave, something unexpected happened. Flutter, flutter, flutter. A soft golden light peeked through the cave entrance. Sparkles sat up. "What's that?" he whispered. He wriggled out of his nest, tiptoed to the entrance, and peeked outside. There, hovering in the moonlit air, was a tiny glowing creature with wings made of shimmering feathers. Sparkles gasped, "A moon moth!" He had only seen them in Mama's bedtime stories. Moon moths only appeared on nights when something magical was about to happen. The little moth circled Sparkles, once, twice, then drifted toward the forest as if inviting him. Sparkles felt his heart beat faster. Should he follow? Should he stay inside? He looked back at his sleeping Mama. "I'll be back before she wakes up," Sparkles whispered. And with that, Sparkles fluttered his tiny wings and followed the glowing moth into the moonlit forest. Little did he know, tonight would change everything. The forest was quiet, almost too quiet. Soft silver light fell through the leaves, painting everything with a dreamy glow. Sparkles walked carefully, trying not to crunch any twigs. But of course, crunch. "Ow!" he whispered loudly. The moon moth giggled so softly, Sparkles could barely hear it. They reached a clearing where the trees formed a perfect circle. In the center stood a tall, glowing flower, its petals swirling like liquid moonlight. Sparkles gasped. He recognized it from Mama's stories. "The lunar bloom," he whispered, "the rarest flower in the whole valley." But something was wrong. The flower flickered, dimmed, and went dark. Sparkles blinked. What happened to it? The moon moth fluttered its wings anxiously, and then Sparkles heard it. A soft crying sound. Someone was sobbing deep in the shadows. Sparkles swallowed. His tail shook nervously, but he took a brave step forward. "Hello?" he called softly. A tiny voice answered, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare the flower." From behind a tree stepped a little woodland bunny with droopy ears and big watery eyes. Sparkles tilted his head. "What happened?" The bunny sniffled. I was scared of the dark. I tried to make the lunar bloom glow brighter, but I touched it, and I think I hurt it." Sparkles' heart softened. He slowly approached the bunny. "It's okay. I get scared too sometimes." "You? But you're a dragon." Sparkles giggled shyly. "Only a baby one, and I'm scared of lots of things." The bunny blinked up at him. "Really?" "Oh yes," Sparkles nodded. "I'm scared of loud thunder and tall trees, and Mama's snoring sometimes when it echoes in the cave. The bunny's tears slowly turned into a tiny giggle. "You're funny," Sparkles smiled, but then his eyes drifted to the lunar bloom. "We need to help the flower," the bunny nodded nervously. "But how?" The moon moth circled the flower slowly, its wings glowing brighter and brighter. Sparkles watched in awe. "Maybe," he whispered, "maybe it needs moonlight." The bunny looked up at the sky. "But the trees are blocking it." Sparkles thought hard. He was just a baby. But maybe, just maybe, he could do something brave. He spread his tiny wings. "I'll fly up and open the leaves," the bunny gasped. "But you're so small." Sparkles swallowed. "I know, but I have to try." And so Sparkles flew, higher, higher, his wings trembling, his heart pounding. He reached the top of the tall trees and pushed the branches apart. Moonlight spilled down into the clearing, filling the lunar bloom with silvery warmth. Slowly, its petals lifted, glowed, and burst into bright swirling light. Sparkles gasped, the bunny gasped, the moon moth fluttered happily. "It worked," the bunny squeaked. Sparkles smiled proudly, but then, boom! A loud sound echoed through the forest. Sparkles froze. "That wasn't thunder," the bunny whispered, trembling. The moon moth's glow dimmed with worry. Something was coming, something big. A deep growl echoed through the trees. Sparkles' wings shook uncontrollably. "What? What was that?" he whispered. The bunny clung to Sparkles' tail. The moon moth flew in panicked circles. Another growl, closer this time. Sparkles tried to stay brave, but his heart pounded so loudly he thought the whole forest could hear it. From the darkness, something large stepped forward, a giant silhouette, sharp horns, glowing eyes. The bunny squeaked in fear. Sparkles gulped. Then, the creature stepped into the moonlight, and Sparkles gasped, "Papa Thunderhoof!" Standing before them was Thunderhoof, the guardian stag of the forest, a creature of enormous strength, glowing antlers, and deep booming footsteps. But he wasn't angry. He looked terrified. "My forest," Thunderhoof groaned. "It is losing its light. The lunar blooms are dimming. The moon river has gone still, and the moonstone peak is cracking." Sparkles and the bunny stared at each other in alarm. Thunderhoof lowered his head. "The valley is in danger. The heartlight is fading." Sparkles blinked. "The heartlight?" Thunderhoof nodded gravely. "The magical energy that protects the valley. Without it, everything will fall into darkness." Sparkles swallowed. "But why is it fading?" Thunderhoof stared at Sparkles for a long moment. Then he said, "Because the Moonheart has not awakened." Sparkles tilted his head. "The Moonheart?" Thunderhoof stepped closer. His huge antlers shimmered with pale blue light. "The Moonheart is a light that awakens only once in many dragon generations. Inside a dragon with a pure and gentle heart." Sparkles blinked. "A dragon? Like Mama?" Thunderhoof shook his head. "No, a dragon like you." Sparkles squeaked. Me? But I'm small and clumsy, and I can't even breathe real fire yet, only glitter puffs." Thunderhoof lifted Sparkles' chin gently. "Power does not awaken in those who roar the loudest, but in those who care the deepest." Sparkles' heart fluttered. Could it be true? Could he be the dragon with the Moonheart? The bunny whispered, "Sparkles, maybe the secret you've been feeling all along was inside you." Sparkles took a shaky breath. "But how do I make it awaken?" Before Thunderhoof could answer, the ground shook violently. A crack of darkness spread across the forest floor. Thunderhoof gasped. "The Moonstone Peak, it's collapsing. If the heartlight goes out, the whole valley will lose its magic." Sparkles felt fear creep into his tiny body, but the bunny grabbed his paw. "You can do it, Sparkles. I believe in you." Sparkles looked at the lunar bloom glowing brightly again, at the moon moth fluttering bravely, and at Thunderhoof bowing his majestic head. He took a deep breath. I'll try." The moon moth flew ahead, lighting their path with soft golden glow. Thunderhoof carried the bunny on his back, while Sparkles flew beside them. The forest shook again, leaves fell like silver snow, roots cracked and twisted, Sparkle's heart thudded faster. "Why is everything breaking?" he whispered. Thunderhoof's voice rumbled sadly. "Because the Heartlight is almost gone, and only the Moonheart can bring it back." Sparkles blinked nervously. "What if—" "I can't do it," Thunderhoof answered. "You already did something no dragon has done in centuries." "I did." Thunderhoof nodded. "You reawakened the lunar bloom. That flower blooms only for dragons with the Moonheart." Sparkles gasped softly. "So, that wasn't an accident?" "No, little one, that was your first spark." Sparkles felt warmth swell in his chest, but before he could think more, they reached the base of Moonstone Peak. The mountain glowed faintly with cracks of pale blue light. At its top, a giant heartstone pulsed weakly. The Moon Moth fluttered wildly, urging them to hurry. Thunderhoof stamped the ground. "Go, Sparkles, only you can climb to the top." Sparkles stared up at the steep mountain. His wings shook. "It's so tall." Thunderhoof lowered his head. "I will be right here. You won't be alone." The bunny cupped his paws and shouted, "You can do it, Sparkles. You're the bravest dragon I know." Sparkles took a deep breath, spread his tiny wings, and began to climb. The wind grew colder, the ground shook louder, the sky dimmed. Sparkles slipped once, twice, but he kept going. His heart burned with something warm, something bright, something he didn't understand yet. He reached the final ledge, and then he saw it, the Heartstone, huge, cracked, barely glowing. Sparkles' eyes filled with tears. "It's dying." Sparkles stepped closer. He touched the cold Heartstone with his small claw. A whisper echoed softly. What if a tiny baby dragon discovered a bedtime secret, so magical it could save the valley? Sparkles gasped. "That's the question from the beginning." The Heartstone flickered weakly. Sparkles took a trembling breath. "Mama always said, the night whispers to dragons who listen with their hearts." He placed both paws on the Heartstone. "I'm listening, and I'm ready." A soft glow spread from his chest, tiny at first, then brighter, stronger, warmer. Sparkles felt something inside him unlock. Something gentle, something powerful, something full of love, courage, and kindness. A radiant light burst from inside his heart, the Moonheart glow. It spiraled upward into the sky, a beam of shimmering silver light, and poured into the cracked Heartstone. The Heartstone shook, cracks sealed, light flared, the entire mountain lit up with swirling ribbons of moonlight. Thunderhoof gasped. The bunny covered his mouth in awe. The Moon Moth danced in sparkling circles. The forest lit up like a dream. The Moon River flowed again. The lunar blooms awoke everywhere. The valley breathed. The night sky shimmered. Sparkles floated gently above the Heartstone, glowing like a tiny star. The whisper returned. Yes, a tiny baby dragon discovered the bedtime secret that saved us all. The burning question from the hook answered. Sparkles blinked as the light slowly faded from his body. Did I do it?" Thunderhoof bowed deeply. "You saved us all, little one." The bunny hopped excitedly. "You're a hero, Sparkles." The Moon Moth brushed his cheek softly, glowing with gratitude. Sparkles blushed. I did it." And then, with perfect bedtime timing, he yawned. A tiny, sleepy yawn. Everyone laughed softly. Thunderhoof lowered Sparkles onto his back and carried him back home. The moon shone brighter than ever. The forest hummed with soft magic. The bunny hugged Sparkles. "You're my best friend," Sparkles smiled sleepily. "Best friend." They reached the cave. Mama Dragon stood at the entrance, eyes wide. "Sparkles, where were you?" Sparkles looked guilty. "Mama, I had an adventure." Thunderhoof bowed to her respectfully. "He saved the valley. Your little one is the Moonheart dragon." Mama Dragon's eyes filled with tears. "Oh, Sparkles, I'm so proud of you." She wrapped him in her warm wings. Sparkles snuggled in, finally feeling sleepy. The Moon Moth, the bunny, and Thunderhoof stayed at the entrance for a moment, silently thanking Sparkles. Then they returned to the newly renewed forest. Mama Dragon whispered, "Sleep now, my Moonheart." Sparkles murmured, "Mama, will the night whisper to me again?" Mama smiled. "It always will, my little spark." Sparkles yawned, curled into his nest, and drifted into the softest sleep, knowing he had discovered the greatest bedtime secret in the world. Before you drift to sleep, Sparkles wants to know something. If you discovered a magical secret at bedtime, what do you think it would be? A glowing flower, a singing star, a friendly moon creature? Tell Sparkles in the comments. He loves reading bedtime secrets from little dreamers like you. Good night, little hero, until the next magical adventure.